you always want the validation of others, you won't grow beyond people's expectations. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. A wise general makes a point of foraging of the enemy. I shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate him. All men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Follow your heart. You may go astray, but your life will find its direction somehow. Don't leave it all unsaid, somewhere in the wasteland of your head. Life is worth living when you have someone to share it with. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. In the end, you have to choose whether or not to trust someone. There's more to logic than identifying logical fallacies. The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. Make improvements, not excuses. Seek respect, not attention. If something is important, it deserves to be experienced deeply. Our attitude toward life determines life's attitude towards us. We need to be fit and ready for anything that might come our way. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. The truth is, like salt, men want to taste a little, but too much makes everyone sick. Each star is a mirror reflecting the truth inside you. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Heaven is like an egg, and the earth is like the yolk of the egg. It was always the becoming he dreamed of, never the being. Life happens, shit happens, and it happens a lot, to a lot of people. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. Bringing joy to another lights 1,000 suns within. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. Hearts can't be broken because they're made of marzipan. There are few reasons for telling the truth, but for lying, the number is infinite. A frog in a well cannot conceive of the ocean. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This would diminish his enthusiasm. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of others. We all have the beast in us, Bill, and it is up to us to control it. You must let suffering speak if you want to hear the truth. Hold yourself back or heal yourself back together. You decide. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. It is the certainty that they possess the truth that makes men cruel. If tomorrow were never to come, it would not be worth living today. Doing nothing is better than being busy doing nothing. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. An over-examination of life can deter you from life itself. Birth is not the beginning. Death is not the end. Everything is hard before it is easy. If you wish to be out front, then act as if you were behind. If thinking should precede acting, then acting must succeed thinking. Colors blind the eye, Sounds deafen the ear, flavors numb the taste, thoughts weaken the mind, desires wither the heart. If the world is against the truth, then I am against the world. Go into emptiness, strike voids, bypass what he defends, hit him where he does not expect you. Most of what I say is complete truth. My edit button is broken. The reason why the universe is eternal is that it does not live for itself. It gives life to others as it transforms. I wouldn't have missed a single minute of it, not for the whole world. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. Kendati batasantara kebepasan, dan ketidak pedulian terkadang saru. The truth isn't always beauty, but the hunger for it is. Chaos is more freedom, in fact, total freedom, but no meaning. Your direction is more important than your speed. Between living and dreaming, there is a third thing. Guess it. You can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail the revolution. Human beings must have action, and they will make it if they cannot find it. If you can dream it, you have the innate ability to make it a reality in your life. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. Everyone's greatest fantasy is to walk away from the life you lead. One who has few must prepare against the enemy. One who has many makes the enemy prepare against him. If you know both yourself and your enemy, you can win 100 battles without a single loss. Anyone who does anything creative is always going to want to change. The language of light can only be decoded by the heart. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. Remember to be kind with your words, especially to yourself. Don't be afraid to challenge the pros, even in their own backyard. When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. I believe in looking reality straight in the eye and denying it. There are people who have money and people who are rich. Success involves going to where others believe is too far. Opening up to the wrong person is like putting ammo in their hands. Aslan, you doubt your value. Don't run from who you are. You can be anything you want in the world. Just don't become a prisoner of hatred. You can't be brave if you've only had wonderful things happen to you. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Never worry a bit in life. Always be full of merriment. I don't think there's anything wrong with telling the truth. I know it isn't fashionable. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. They don't actually want you to do your own thing, not unless it's their thing too. People don't always want to be with people. It gets tiring. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. If you can't enjoy what you have, you can't enjoy more of it. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. You grow mentally weak when your life is too comfortable. I've never had anyone's approval, so I've learned to live without it. The men of old breathed clear down to their heels. If you follow the enemy's shifts and changes, you can always find a way to win. Adversity discourages losers. Adversity inspires winners. When you are identified with the One, all things will be complete to you. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum.